Guess what time it is? Portal Masters rant time. Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and let me just start off by saying it's been a while since I've done a rant video. The last rant video that I did was my infamous triple rant video, which is currently my most commented on video that's not A, a live stream, or B, a giveaway. And it also is one of my most liked videos, and it has nearly, or maybe it's even surpassed at this point, 2,000 views. I'm an expert at ranting, and it's high time I do another one. But this time, it's about figure releases. Now, I've done rants like this before, but this is a whole nother level of frustration. I don't want to say anger, but frustration for sure is what this is. When you say that you're gonna release something on a day, I better walk into a store and find it that day. Do you hear that? Like, is it really that absurd to release something on release day? For those of you that aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, Activision put out a press release when they announced that the Nintendo Switch version of Imaginators would be coming out as a launch title for the Switch. They said the Wild Storm Adventure Pack, or the Cursed Tiki Temple Adventure Pack, or whatever it's called, was going to come out on March the 12th with the Easter variants and Graveclobber and Tidepool, or not Tidepool, what's the other one? Painata coming out around that time. You know, that was something we knew. And you know, some stores managed to get the Easter variants and Painata and Graveclobber, and some stores in Great Britain had the Cursed Tiki Temple level pack. But that was it. That was it. There were no Graveclobbers, there were no Painatas, there were no Easter variants at my Toys R Us. There were no Cursed Tiki Temple level packs in the entire continental United States, Australia, Asia, anywhere. There were only a couple in a few random stores in Great Britain. What is this? You said it would be out on the 12th, and I expect it to be out on the 12th. Let me put it this way. My nearest Toys R Us is over a half an hour away if the traffic is good. I wasted 30 minutes going down there and like an hour coming back because of traffic. An hour and a half, and there was nothing. There were no Easter variants, there was no Graveclobber, there was no Painata, and there were no Cursed Tiki Temple level packs. Now, you know what? I'll give them a pass on the Graveclobber and the Painata and the Easter variants because they didn't give us a specific date for those. They weren't listed anywhere as coming out at a certain point. But Cursed Tiki Temple, you said the 12th, and you did not deliver it on the 12th. And that is a problem. You know, I finally think that Activision is doing the right thing in saying, you know, look, we're gonna release this on the 12th. You know, something we've been asking for the past probably 3 or 4 years is for Activision to give us concrete release dates on when these figures are coming out. And they finally announced the release date for one. And then what do? They don't follow through with this. And don't say there, oh, but Portal Master, you're being too harsh on them. You know, how were they supposed to be able to get them there and you know, make sure that they had them? I'm gonna tell you this. Did your stores have the starter pack on the 3rd, on October the 3rd when you went in there? If so, then there's no excuse as to why they didn't have the Cursed Tiki Temple pack. If they can deliver the starter packs on that day, there's no reason that they can't deliver the expansion packs on that day. And the fact that they were in some stores but not all stores also highlights the problem. They're not releasing these figures when they're supposed to, assuming they even release at all. I mean, look at Thrillipede. Look at the Yawn Traps. This is not a new issue. We've been asking them to do something to fix their figure releases for literally years at this point. And yet, they still don't. They fake us out. They make us think that there's going to be a concrete release date for this thing, but then there's not. where does this end? You need to figure out when your products are coming out. Look at your competitors. Lego Dimensions, the #1 Toys to Life game right now. It is undisputably the #1 Toys to Life game. What do? They announce release dates. What did Disney Infinity do? They announce release dates. What did Amiibo do? They announce release dates. You have to recognize that out of the 4 major Toys to Life franchises right now, if you include Disney Infinity, even though it's dead at this point, you have Skylanders, Disney Infinity, Amiibo, and Lego Dimensions. 3 out of those 4 announced concrete release dates, and 9 times out of 10, they get them right. Nintendo's problem was stock, but, I mean, even then, you could still go there and get those figures. If they said they were going to be out a certain day, they were going to be out. The same thing applies for Disney Infinity, the same thing applies for Lego Dimensions, and I would certainly hope that Light Seekers does the same thing, actually announces concrete release dates. And the fact of the matter is that I tweeted at the Skylanders game people. I said, is this still coming out on this day? Never heard anything back. Just saying, oh, there's been a slight delay, where not all stores might have it on the 12th. That would have been appreciated. There's no transparency here on when these things are releasing, and that really highlights the problem. How can you expect dedicated collectors to just randomly go to stores that they have to drive a half an hour to get to and a half an hour back if there's no guarantee that there's going to even be anything there? That truly highlights the problem that we're having right now, and the fact that you're not and I keep saying like they're actually going to care and watch this video, even though I know they're not going to, but it's like they just simply don't care. They think that the collectors are mindless and are going to go out and buy them anyways. And yeah, maybe that's true, but that still doesn't highlight the level of frustration that it creates within this fan base. It creates this toxicity towards the company as a whole when they say stuff isn't going to come out. I mean, it's just insane. And it's not like it can't be done. That's what I keep saying. It's not like they can't bring these figures out on these days. They can. We've seen them do that with starter packs before. And it's not, and I keep saying it's not a recent problem, but again, it's not a recent problem. GameStop has been doing Skylander days when they've advertised releasing new characters on that day. Come into GameStop. We're going to have the new characters. I walk into GameStop. I see Wave 1 and Wave 2. This is complete nonsense that you're advertising new characters and then you fail to deliver on this. It's super annoying, but hey, I got the legendaries at a discount. I mean, at least there's that. This is my consolation prize from Toys R Us, I guess, the legendaries. They were buy one, get one 50% off. So I was like, hey, I didn't come here for nothing, so let me at least buy the legendaries while they're on discount. But, I'm not going to go so far as to say that this is a reason why the game has been declining, because I don't think it is. It's just a reason that the fan base has gotten increasingly frustrated with Activision as a whole. I mean, is it that much to ask for a little bit more transparency within the community, a little bit more communication? Look at what, I know they're a smaller company, I know it's a little less feasible to do on the scale that you're doing. Look at what Light Seekers and PlayFusion do. If there's any concern, they'll respond almost immediately. Be like them. Be like their PR team. That's all I'm asking, at least on a small scale. When someone tweets at you, are they coming out then? At least send them a reply, acknowledge them, something like that. It's just a problem. But yeah, that about does it for this rant. I hope you guys enjoyed this or agreed with this or whatever you think, because I mean, it's just how I feel about the situation right now. And I mean, I kind of gave a solution, be like the Light Seekers team. Just be a little bit more like them. But anyways, that's all for now. So tell me, I guess, what you guys think down in the comments. Express your frustrations, whatever. Stay tuned very soon, because Ask Portal Master is coming out hopefully in 2 more days. So that will be coming up really soon. But that's all for now. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!